Hey Leo, welcome into your reading. Welcome in, welcome in. Okay, guys, we're doing the second week of December. Let's see what's going on. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like, I don't know, your energy feels good this week. What's the situation for my Leos, please? I do like it. So exciting, the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands and the Knight of Cups. Ooh la la. I'm gonna tell you right now what I felt off the bat. This is like a what's that saying? I don't even know if I've used this saying in for like ever and a day. Anyway, it's a passionate new beginning, but this is also when somebody comes in and has a heart to heart conversation. So this is like make up and kiss up and make up. I'm saying it wrong, but you know what I mean. It's like making up and making out kind of vibe. But for others of you it's like some of you are just like a new date, right? Somebody says, hey, let's go out on a date, quite literally, and it sparks a passionate new beginning. We'll see more when I clarify. But I can see that you're going into this not with trepidation, maybe, but you're just going in there overly protective, okay? Like loads of boundaries, loads. Um, but yeah, some of you it is kiss up, makeup. Others of you, somebody's just asking you out and you're having a passion, a new beginning. Others of you, maybe it's a project for work or a project in general that somebody invites you to do. All right, because that's definitely an invitation. But you seem tired and beaten, battered, and bruised. Like you've been through the ringer. You've been through some shit, Leo. Literally, mentally, physically, all of the above. But you got a lot on your plate. I could see that here. 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. Don't give up because look what's behind the 10 of Wands. That's that solid new start you want. That's the kind of shit you want to see in a relationship or a job. All right, what's coming in towards my Leo's, please? I almost said Aries. Why did Aries just go in the brain? What's coming in towards Leo, please? The High Priestess, which is actually Pisces energy. High Priestess. You know why they say this is the no talkie card? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to throw you down, Tarot. I love you. Actually, I love this deck. It's because it's almost like not talking about the elephant in the room because in a way it's like, what is it that they don't know? We said everything there is to say. We left it all out there. Or like, it's obvious. They treated me like shit. I walked away. 1+1 = 2. What else is there to say? The devil. There's a lot to say because when it's not said or not spoken, the other person doesn't understand where you're coming from. I'm not saying it's you, Leo. It's vice versa. You have no idea where they're coming from either, right? All I know is that there's something toxic there, some kind of obsession, codependency, abandonment, fear, not good enough, don't want to. Devil is toxic shit. It's toxic energy. But the High Priestess can also talk about using your intuition. We'll see more when we clarify. Me no likey. Oh, when it comes out in my readings too, I'm like, why? Why are you there? What's happening? Who are you? What is it Leo doesn't see coming in their way? Thankfully, did not come out yet in the spread. Three of Cups in reverse. We are saying goodbye to the good times. No, that's not right. It is, but well, anyway. Three of Cups in reverse talks about not having a reconciliation. Maybe not socializing right now, maybe not networking, not dating, not putting yourself out there, a lack of good news. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Let's get back to you. And the Knight of Wands. Sorry, I had to pause. Somebody was screaming outside for like, they lost their kid. It was so scary. I was like, oh my God. But all is well right now. All right. Knight of Wands. Three of Cups in reverse with the Knight of Wands. Yeah, this is keeping it casual, Leo. This is like, I came to party, but I'm leaving. Goodbye. But with the Three of Cups in reverse, I don't know if you're also having that kind of conversation, right? That this is just kind of, we're just having fun, but we're not reconciling, right? Kind of thing. Because there's also an Emperor here, Aries energy. This is an authority figure, or at least you perceive him that way. Listen, the lack of reconciliation, I can see, even though there's some desire behind this surprise thing with you, Leo, I'm also seeing that somebody here just kind of feels like they're wounded. They have so many boundaries that they're like, I don't know if I can proceed with this. This is why I'm keeping it casual. All right. What's the advice? I actually can't wait to clarify it. What's the advice here for the Nine of Pentacles in reverse? Okay. In the world of finances, that's lack of financial independence. In the world of love, that's being not single. You're with somebody. But it's in the advice, so let's make it make sense, right? I think for all intents and purposes, regardless of financial standing or relationship standing, you really have to look at something on an independent level, no matter what. You have to, because nines are about ourselves, right? And it's also about our stability within a relationship or our finances, our career, our jobs, etc. In the reverse, there's something here where it feels a little unstable for you. And that's the thing that you need to stabilize, right? Especially for your own sense of stability. You need to stay optimistic and hopeful here, okay? With this Nine of Pentacles in reverse. It's about maybe some of you, justice, karma, court, getting a divorce. This is something that you need to stabilize right now. I think once you do, everything else will be clear. It will be a clear picture. It will be easier for you to decide. You will feel like you can make choices where you don't have to be non-committal. And I feel like a lot of you are being non-committal because you're in the process of something else. A huge changeover in life, right? Maybe you're not feeling that kind of stability on your own 2 feet right now, so you're keeping everything else casual. Find that. Once you do, you'll be able to feel more secure in the other aspects of your life. What is the outcome of the week? Six of Pentacles. The breadcrumbs, the peanuts, the single rose instead of a bouquet, let alone a whole entire garden. The begging. That's kind of what it feels like here with somebody. Either someone's begging for your attention or you are begging for theirs. And maybe you are breadcrumbing somebody because you just don't know where to invest your future. So you're kind of like holding on. You have them in a holding pattern, unless it's vice versa. It's kind of what you're doing. You're like, well, if that falls apart, okay, we could do this. But that's not real energy. That's not kind of energy to start off something healthy, right? You have to really kind of give it its due diligence. But we'll see. I digress. Let's start clarifying. What is the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Cups, please? Nine of Wands in reverse. Nine of Wands in reverse. You let your guard down. You let your hair loose. You allow somebody to take you out. You have this heart-to-heart conversation. You say to yourself, okay, maybe let me see it from their point of view. Let me see it from their perspective. Let me go have this passion new beginning. All right, I'll put down the gate to my moat, into my castle. Come on in. Yeah. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. The High Priestess. Clarify the High Priestess. Leave it all down there, guys, because the more you comment on the channel, I mean, I'll be honest with you, it helps the channel, like through the algorithm, but it also helps me because that's the best way for me to memorize people in my community is the more you comment down below, the more I can remember if I see you often in the comments, because I read everyone's comments. I try to answer everyone, but if you see a heart, I read it. Doesn't, and most of 99% of the time I like it, but I'm still going to heart it even if I don't agree with you. It just means I read it. Sometimes I can write back, sometimes I can't, but I like reading them. So this is my way of memorizing people in my community, our Elpis group. The Tower in reverse and the High Priestess. Something fell apart and now you're not talking to the other person. Your marriage, your relationship, you had a big fight with your boss. You haven't discussed the main issue. And now it has upended your world. You don't know where you stand in this job. You don't know where you stand in this marriage. You don't know where you stand in this relationship. You don't know where you stand in this friendship, right? You're just keeping your head down and you're working and you're churning it out. So you're not talking to them. You're like, what's to talk about? We had our fight. It's done. It is what it is. But you have not let it go. You have not let this tower fully collapse. You're still holding on to it, Leo. I see it's the Tower in reverse. Scorpio energy, by the way. All right, what is the Three of Cups in reverse and the Knight of Wands, please? The Hangman. The Knight of Wands is clarified exactly by what I said earlier, the Knight of Wands. Hot to trot, into party, out when it's over. Ten of Swords in reverse, ending in betrayal. You, two cards are smacking me in the face, telling me, Irene, your Leos, whoever this is resonating with, they have not let go of the ending and the betrayal. So they're keeping something else casual. They're stuck. They're thinking of the other point of view. Curious. What are you curious about, guys? Even if this is to come back to you or to come in, it needs to come in correct. Okay, so if you are living in a derelict building or a building that's ready to collapse, you're better off living in your fucking car because that building is going to collapse right on top of you and your family, you and your kids, knock on wood, whatever. You are living in a house built on napkins and straw. You need a real foundation, okay? This one has cracks all over it. You need a foundation that's built with brick and mortar. So what am I trying to tell you? I'm trying to tell you that even if you leave this person, which clearly you or the situation, you have to leave it, it's got to come in correct. Whether that means you got to go off and do your own shadow work or they do. Because they got to come back and say, okay, let's build something together from brick and mortar and let's start over. Let's start from scratch. Because what you had and what it was is gone. Okay? Because I see you're not letting it go. You can't build off of what you had. You just can't. It's done. And I think I was saying this to Capricorn earlier because now we're in the middle of December. The universe, regardless, because the year of the horse is coming in, the year of the snake is over, it will be a lot harder and a lot more painful for those who don't flow with what the universe has in store for you as far as newness is concerned, right? It's going to be hard, difficult, and painful. Especially, and I'm only saying this to you, Leo, because of what I just saw with the two reversed. The only difference is with Capricorn, they are leaning into it. They are leaning into the change. They are rolling with the dial, right? And I'm not saying that you're not doing it. I just see what you're holding on to, and I'm telling you it's okay to let go, because that which is meant for you won't pass you by. It'll stay there until you're ready, or vice versa until they are. All right? Because I see you curious over something. Let's see. And I'm not saying that this can't work out just right now. This has to go. You need a new foundation. And what I was telling Capricorn earlier, Leo, is that, if you're somebody entering your 50s, your 60s, your 70s, you're not the same fucking person you were when you were in your 20s or 30s. Or if you're in your 70s, you're not the same person you were in your 40s. If you're in your 60s, you're not the same shit as your 30s, your 50s as your 20s. You're not that person no more. Your wants, your likes, your desires, they've evolved, they've changed. They've moved on. You want different things. You want newer things. You want more adventure, more experience. Now, the person you're dealing with, if they aren't shifting or changing or moving or growing or evolving, that's what's going to happen. You're going to have tower moments. You're going to have endings. You're going to end up turning out to be a parent to your spouse. Or that's just an example. I'm not saying that's what's going on here. Or vice versa. They to you. That's what I mean. Like somebody has to go off and do shadow work. All right. Or grow or evolve. Now, 9 of Pentacles in reverse here for Leo. Please, I hope you're not taking what I'm telling you the wrong way. This is all for your betterment. Think of me as your older sister or your bestie at the end of the couch, giving you some serious tough love. And I'm here for support anytime you need it. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. I don't think you're weighing your pros and cons. I think you're just kind of like, I don't know if you're doing the hear no evil, see no evil thing. I'm just going to keep my head down. I'm going to work. I'm just going to keep churning it out and working on my hobby, on my stuff and my job. And I'm going to ignore everything. But what it's saying is you really do need to weigh your pros and cons. You really need to find your personal independence right now, right? Because you need to heal. When you heal yourself mentally, physically, internally, your space opens up for new things, new availabilities, new prospects, right? And you might just have a different dynamic for the person that you still want. All of this could be temporary. Just needs to be done. 6 of Pentacles. Clarify 6 of Pentacles. There it is. 9 of Pentacles. Financial independence or being single but needing help. There is a 2 of Cups coming in. I love this card so much. This is like so nice. It's so sweet. This is like soulmate. This is like, I feel love for you. What do you feel for me? Me too. I love you too. I love you too, Leo. I see a King of Pentacles back here. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. Here's you with the sun being happy. You always want to see a 2 of Cups turn into a 10 of Cups. That's what I was vibing here. I feel like this is a hurdle. This right here, guys. This is your last hurdle. This is your last hurdle. This is your last hurdle. 3rd week of December looks like blessings. I swear to God, I feel like it's going to be a lovely Christmas. Look at that. 2 of Cups. King of Pentacles. Stupid happy. Happy relationship. Blended and wonderful. All of the same. I just think that like this third party situation or the thing that you're dealing with is just got to kind of like, has to be dealt with. And I don't mean like temporarily, guys. I mean like somebody here has to look at why they are triggered by still doing third party situations, or why somebody here was triggered by a third party. Really got to look at that. All right, let me see what we're going to read about in the extended regarding love for Leo, please. Very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Okay, so you're on the cusp here with somebody with the very soon, that if you want this relationship, if you want to be with this person, it's now or never. And religious factors is just telling me something, that there's a fundamental difference between the two of you that's kind of keeping you two apart. All right, whether it's cultural, ethnic, whatever your background is, religious, that's there. Okay, last but not least, let's get a card from spiritual, as I say excuse me from now for the expletives that might happen to be in here. All right, Leo, please. Leo, please. Thank you. You are a product of what you believe. If you think you're a turd, you're probably going to act like a turd. Treat yourself like a turd and accept turd treatment from others. Excuse me. Why the fuck would you do that? Sorry. You're not a turd. It's just physically impossible to be a turd and a sentient being at the same time. No, you can't. But even if you've been kind of turdy, you believing you're golden will bring on all that golden behavior and that golden treatment. Today, just believe you're golden. If you like it better there, you can always go back to Turd Town. But if I were you, I'd put on that song, Golden, and remind yourself that's what you are. You're going to be golden. All right, guys, that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you on the next one.